Greetings and welcome back to Reforged. As the winner of the last poll, we are going to be creating and upgrading the Gundam. And since there is a lot of variants of the Gundam, we're going to be creating and upgrading the Gundam EX from the Requiem show on Netflix. And I chose this variant as it's a very recent and more grounded variant of the classic Gundam, sporting a lot of the iconic weapons. And with it being a little more grounded in its showing, I find it translates to Armored Core a little better. But of course, if there's any other Gundams you would like me to take a look at and try to recreate and upgrade in Armored Core, definitely let me know. But without further ado, let us begin. Alrighty, for the primary weapons, we have the multi-energy rifle Karasawa, which of course has its normal plasma shot, single charge attack laser, and then double charge attack plasma and laser, which is incredibly devastating, which I think fits the description of the beam rifle, as the beam rifle behaves like an energy-based type of railgun. And with this supercharge of the Karasawa, it can almost one-shot stagger most builds. And so yeah, there's nothing really much like it. I feel it fits the best as a translation indeed. Next, we have the explosive thrower, which of course visually looks like the Gundam's shield, although obviously in-game it is an explosive thrower. It's a melee weapon. So although you could use this for appearance-wise, it's also a pretty damn solid weapon. And you could treat it like a shield bash in terms of functionality, as it is a close-range, high-impact attack. But of course, if we wanted to go for a more functional shield, as the Gundam shield, we could go with the 61 PS, as it's a very solid shield for parrying, some decent damage mitigation, and a very nice 0.6 seconds of guard duration for its parrying. And the cooling itself is max, so it's very easy to use. Very strong, easy to use, very good. Moving on to the shoulder mounts, we have the Xiaowei Gatling gun, which is pretty much a one-to-one translation from the Gatling gun we see the Gundam use in Requiem for Vengeance. And overall, the Xiaowei is pretty decent, however, it does ramp up your recoil, so that can be a bit of a bugger if you're running this with other weapons in where you're not that close range and you want your accuracy to be more on point. You'll have to rock some pretty good recoil control arms to handle even one of these. And then lastly, we have the butt, the pulse blade, of course meant to emulate the beam saber, which all in all looks and behaves very similarly. For the frame parts, we're going with the VP44D head, as I think it looks the closest out of our head selection. Going with the Melander core, which looks pretty damn similar, I think, as well as the Melander arms. I could also see the Basho arms working on this version of the model, as, you know, it's very boxy, of course. However, of course, our arms are overburdened, so going with still a boxier frame, although a little more advanced looking, I think works. And of course, same story, Melander legs. For the inner parts, going with the Alula booster, as it's a great booster for our type of build, and no need to pick a booster that looks most like, I guess you could go with like SPD or something like that, but Alula I think worked just fine. For FCS, going with Acellus, as close range is the mighty range of this Gundam. For generator, going with the VP20C, as our generator selection is not very vast. Although the VP20C is a very nice generator for lighter builds, very good for natural regeneration as long as you stick to the ground. And for expansion, pulse armor, no real reference to this, just a solid expansion overall. Alright, for a synergy-based playstyle, you could go with, of course, charging up the entire beam rifle, the entire Karasawa. Going for an attack, to probably stagger, into a melee punish, into an explosive thrower, and then you can shred the rest, and in between with the Gatling gun. Or of course, just leave with a normal charge shot, some explosive thrower action while minigunning. Honestly, explosive thrower and Xiaowei till stagger to get the pulse blade off. It's not too bad. Then a couple normal shots with the plasma. Has some decent versatility for sure. Alright, but yes, this is the original build. I'll have a share code to it in the description below if you want to download it, check it out, even just for the paint job perhaps. Although nothing crazy complex. But yeah, so let's take it to the forge and see how we can optimize for PvP. Alright, for the upgraded primaries, we have the linear rifle Harris, which will serve the same purpose of having an incredibly strong charge attack to line up good impact for stagger and melee combo potential, but without taking so long to charge up and not being as heavy or even costly. So pretty much all the benefits, none of the weaknesses. Next, we have the explosive thrower, of course, as it is kind of the staple, the shield of the build, plus it works very well with the Harris, so it's fine to keep. For the shoulder mounts, upgraded the Xiaowei to the Bullet Orbit Huxley. The Huxley is just kind of the better Xiaowei. It it does the same thing. It has much more impact per second, although a longer cooldown, of course, but ultimately it's going to do a lot more when it is up than the Xiaowei, and it does not ramp up our recoil at all. So very similar to the Harris and the Karasawa, very much all the strengths, pretty much none of the weaknesses. And then lastly, keeping the Pulse Blade Butt, which is a super strong melee, also has great synergy both with the Explosive Thrower and the Harris. An alternative loadout could be using the Laser Dagger with the Pulse Blade and the Harris, as all three as well have a even stronger combo than with the Explosive Thrower. And of course, lore-wise, this could just be dual beam sabers, as that is standard for the Gundam. For the frame parts, keeping the VP44D head, as it is still one of the best heads in the game, and it looks very good for the build. However, for the core, switching over to the Mind Alpha, as it is going to give us a much needed boost in our defenses, while also not being too heavy or Ian costly to break the bank. And as we'll get onto, this build relies more on melee thrust to close the distance between more evasive builds, so packing on a little more muscle and becoming a little heavier really doesn't hurt us a whole lot. For the arms, switching over to Basho, mainly for our melee and great synergy, as well as we don't need recoil control or firearm spec immensely with close range with our linear rifle Harris anyway, so they have great synergy with the rest of the build and they look pretty good. And lastly, keeping the Melander legs, as we don't really need to switch over. Alternatively, we could use the Mind Alpha, but they do slow us down to a bit that I'm not really comfortable with. However, of course, they do boost our defenses up quite a bit. But in a lot of ways, a good offense is a fantastic defense. So having our combo more likely to land with our extra speed is much more valuable to me than a couple extra points in stability and AP. For the inner parts, going with the booster Flugel, which is a great type of all-rounded booster, although it does shine in melee attack thrust and its EN consumption, which of course means we'll be very fast going for our melee, which is very vital to the rest of the build working, as we'll get onto the playstyle later. For these reasons, alternatively, you could use the Kinkaku, which is the best for melee attack thrust and consumption. However, it is pretty poor in the other boost categories. And with our frame being as light as it is, we really don't need the extra thrust from the Kinkaku. We're completely fine with the Flugel. For SCS, going with ourselves, as close range is our range, we'll be right next to the enemy when using our combo. And with the Bashu arms, lack of firearm spec, close range or max assist is required. For generator, going with NGI, which doesn't have a great synergy with double melee, as for every melee action does reset the 3 to 4 second cooldown. So alternatively, you could very well get away with Santai. The EN recovery is not bad, and we don't lose out on a whole lot of speed. I myself have just become quite accustomed to the Coral type of regeneration, so I prefer it, but Santai is a great option for this build. And then lastly, for expansion, you go with Pulse Armor. However, if we're going to use the dual beam saber, then Assault Armor is the expansion to go with. Alrighty, and for playstyle for the original build, it is pop up the Huxley, charge up the linear rifle Harris, move in, a couple feints if needed, charge Pulse Blade into Harris, into Stagger Punish of the Explosive Thrower, even throw in a kick perhaps, and then come back with some normal shots, more Explosive Thrower into death. Or alternatively, and more damage on the direct hit, you could go Explosive Thrower into Harris, into charge Pulse Blade, or rather normal Pulse Blade, no need to charge it up for there. And then for the dual beam saber, the much deadlier combo, charge Pulse Blade into Harris, into Dagger, and when they pop their expansion, Assault Armor back into it, and use the Dagger to finish him off. But yes, this is the upgraded Gundam EX. Alright, before we send it off into some PvP, into some ranked, I want to first announce the winner for the new name of the 9-ball Reforged, and that being Crucible, given to us by this commenter. I indeed agree it is a fine name given with the 2 definitions. So thank you all for your name suggestions, Crucible it is. And if you have a new name for this variant of the Gundam, please feel free to leave it in the comments below. And if you have any other Gundams or mecha characters for me to reforge on this series. But with all of that out of the way, enjoy the fights. Alright. Ooh, the dunes. What will we battle today? Ooh, oh god. Double duck it on Basha though, so recoil won't be great. Majestic in the bunk. Probably Kinkaku, I'd imagine. Isabella Man. Alright, let's try not to get caught by the bunk. Indubitably. It's almost right at me. Dear God. Ooh, kicking right out of it too. That was good. What the hell is he doing? He's trying to get away? He's trying to run. It's not the ranked experience I was expecting. Let's get my energy back. Oh my god, yeah, the tracking did something. Oof. Over the shoulder indeed. Majestic. Haven't switched yet. that recoil control is a little rough. Jeez, my god. What a thick lad indeed. The idea isn't too bad, you know. Light him up with the ducats, and then use a majestic, or majestic first, into the stagger, into the bunk. They just not seem to have the maneuverability to get away from me. Oh my god, I'm not gonna reach him with that though. Oh. It's got some chunk though, that's for sure. Oh, that's good stuff. I'd rather not get staggered, thank you. Jeez, my god. GG's, man, that almost ended not well for me there. Stagger was looking very high. GG's, my god. Alright, back to the dunes. Alright. What are we facing at the dunes at this time? Hopefully not a kite. This is a very good map for kites, and this isn't exactly built for it. I can technically... Oh, same dude. Alright, it's gonna be this kind of a ranked experience, I see. It is very slow. It's taken me a while to find matches. It may just be me and this guy going at it. This guy seemingly just got out of the B rank, bunking everyone over there. Here we go. Oh wow, that didn't hit. Interesting. That didn't stagger, just crazy. The assault. Oh, no assault. Interesting. Oh, I have no energy. That was rough. Get some damage off of that. Back away. Oh, majestic cancel. Oh, it hit. I want to let my sag go down. That should do it. Oh, that hit me too. No bunk for you! Retaliation! He's locking in for sure. Give me some Huxley. Pew pew pew. My god. What a dangerous dude. You make one mistake, kinda. And then it's all over. Will he's locking in so far. He's adapting, so will he adapt further, I wonder. The raw bunk, I seen it coming too. I seen it coming, I tried to dodge away, but it did not let me. He had me in the death grip, it seems. Wow, the raw bunk is crazy. Oh my god. Get away from that. Oh my god, he's going crazy. I didn't let my energy come back. That's a big oof on my part. Oh my god, the raw bunk is crazy. Will it be enough though? Oh my god, overshot. No! God damn. GG's, man, GG's. That raw bunk was rough. I overshot with the Harris too. That would have been Jover. I'm letting him evolve too much. He's becoming overpowered. Dear God. No more raw bunking. No more raw bunking indeed. No. Oh, no more raw bunking.
So that was a fucking lie.
I dodged away from it. No. That really reached me too from here. That's kind of crazy. Pew pew pew. Pew pew. No. Pew pew pew. Nyah. Jeez. I even tried to dodge away last second from that raw bunk, but it clipped me. It got me good. GG's though, GG's. Gotta be more mindful around a bunk maniac. Oh, finally, we're not back at the dunes. The watch point. What awaits us at the watch point? Oh my god. You can't be serious. There's no way. We're the only people on rank, it seems. Oh my god. Alright, well, here it begins. Oh, he switched to the Morley. Yeah, interesting. Yeah, makes for a meteor combo. I'm out of energy. I should be able to reach with this though. Yep. No bung for you. Looks like we're just brawling close range then. So be it. Oof. That's not the weapon I meant to use. Retaliation. Still the charge hairs? You're supposed to throw her? GG's? Oh my god. We were just brawling at close range. I didn't even notice he switched to the Morley. Now, was that some plasma I seen? He's going in on the brawl. Brawl healer. Yeah, he has the plasma missiles. Oh, the rub bunk. I mean, we respect it. Oh, that didn't reach. I'll pop this. He's an assault. Oh, no, but I staggered with the PA. Very nice. There we go. I got something out of that. Get rub bunk. I go for raw pulse. It's Harris. GG's. Oh my god. The entire video is just gonna be us brawling. My god. GG's, man. GG's. Oh my god. Alright, back to the watch point. Are we fighting our Bunky Man again? I hope not. I would like to get some more variety. And now I got my dual beam loadout. Ooh, chunky man indeed. Double SG earshot. The SPD booster. He's big. Shouldn't be able to dodge my beam saber too well, but we'll see. Anything is possible. Plus, I've been getting some really bad hit rig in recent matches with it, and where it just goes right through, which is very unfortunate. Alright, so he's going underneath me, which is smart. Oh, okay, that just missed. Alright. Well, have to use the combo here, or not a combo really. There's no combo. Oh, he's just, yep. Seems our connection is rough here. Yep. Yep, yeah, okay. Another kick from Narnia, apparently. Good times. Yep, and he just, alright, he can spam kicks. I think he knows his connection is rough. He's just spamming kicks over here. Maybe not, who knows? My god. Oh my god. Like, some of the kicks were fine, yeah, makes sense. I guess the Harris is fine, but, in fact, he's actually able to go for the kick while shooting Harris is insane at its own rate. But, yeah, he's just kicking the air and hitting me. That is a bit rough. Yeah, I think he knows, too. But he's going for it a lot. It's just to shut down this type of build, or it's just his, I don't know, he knows his internet's a bit on the rough side. Yep. Oh, that went right over. I didn't really mean to pop that. That's on me. That's fucking unfortunate. Ink. Yep, you just go for the kick right through it. That's... Alright, oh, the raw earshot's interesting. Oh, that didn't even go past me, which is kind of nuts. And let's go with this. Let's go with this. And well, pow. GG's, my god. Those kicks are crazy, man. GG's, oh my god. Alrighty, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for watching. And of course, a huge thank you to my channel members, my Egg Crusaders, Arch Shadow, Metal, and now Magpie. Thank you all so much for becoming channel members. And yeah, have yourselves a very, very good one. And peace.